Welcome back to the fifth part of Android tutorial by Prabish. In the previous part of this tutorial, I will explain how to start a new project in Android. In the fifth part, I am going to explain the project that already created in the previous part briefly. So again, take a close look of the project we are already created. The name of that project is the first project. So I am going to expand the project folder. You can see a lot of folder hierarchy is present here. Now I am going to explain each of these separately. The first folder is the src folder. The src folder is nothing but the source code needed for your Android project. I'm already said that an activity is associated with a Java file, or a class file with an activity. So the src folder contain all the Java file needed for the activity. You can see a package is present inside the src folder. This is the package that we are created at the time of creating the new project. By expanding this package, you can see the source code, the source code of the Java source code and the corresponding class file of that first activity Java file. Okay, these are the Java file needed for the first activity. In this project, there is only one activity is present here, so this is the Java file associated with that activity. Okay, I am explain the class file detail in the coming up tutorials. The next folder you can see is the gen folder. This is nothing but the generated folder, generated Java file. These are the files that are automatically generated at the time of debugging or compiling a project. These folder contain all the files that is automatically generated by the compiler, Android compiler. So there is also the same package is present here. By expanding this package, you can see other some Java files are present here. The main part of this is an r.java file. r.java is nothing but the resource file, resource.java file. This file contain all the information about the resources present in your Android project. Okay, next is the library file, Android 2.2. This is the library. This folder contain all the library files associated with your Android API. So here is a jar file is present here. By expanding that jar file, you can see a lot of packages are present inside the jar file. By expanding each of these packages, you can see a lot of class files are present here. These are the class files needed for compiling your Android project. And these class files again containing, these are the class file associated with the again containing some methods. These are necessary and essential for compiling and running your Android project. The next folder I am going to explain is the assets folder. The assets folder containing all the supporting files such as text files, media files, databases, etc. are inserted in the assets file. Also, there is, you can see, one of the important folder is the resource folder. By expanding this resource folder, you can see a four category of a drawable folders are present here. Drawable HDPI, LDPI, MDPI and XHDPI. HDPI means high density pixel, low density pixel, MTPI medium density pixel and extra high density pixel. These folder containing all the different images present in your Android project. The images are present in this folder according to the pixel density of each of that images. If it is a high density pixel, then you have to place that image inside the HDPI folder. If it is a medium density, you have to place it is inside the MTPI. The next folder under the resource folder you can see is the layout folder. A layout folder is nothing but that containing all the XML, all the GUI part of the Android activity. In this project there is only one activity present, so the layout the layout file contain only one activity, that is the first activity.xml. This file actually containing all the GUI part of the activity. um, and another important file is the manifest Android manifest file. And Android manifest file is one of the most important file associated with an Android project, that containing, which is also an XML file. It is essential for it is very essential for controlling the Android project, entire Android project. It is containing all the information about activity, and each activity is communicate through this Android manifest file. The Android manifest file also containing some permissions for your Android project. If your project containing an internet, or you have to prepare, you allow to allow the project, allow the application to download a file, or the users to download your application, you have to set permission in the Android manifest file. That's all discussed in the coming up tutorials. Okay guys, thank you for watching. In the next part of this tutorial, I'm again going to briefly explain how the project works and how it will show the output that we are created. So thank you for watching, and subscribe my channel. Okay, see you in the next part of this tutorial.